to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Taking in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Corral's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
It's a short one here, complete to the top. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's going the other way. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Corral on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Corral sets up play action.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Again, it's Corral.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
And now here come the Cowboys.
And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
London about set to take over on offense.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 51 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give him the first down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. This will be their first trip to the red zone. First and 10 right at the 20. Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And out now come the Cowboys.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Corral. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
On first down, it's Carroll.
He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now Corral.
pressure comes, and down he goes.
Charles, this offense just can't seem to get off the ground.
But the quarterback, he has to keep picking himself off the ground because this pass rush, they've been on him so far in a big way. 3 sacks here in the first half. He might tell his offensive line, quit helping me up and just block the guys in front of you.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
At the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And it's 3-0 here in the 2nd quarter.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Throwing here, Corral.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carroll, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This is Lamb on the end around. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Corral.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll try the left side. Carroll, and the running lane remains non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number 87. 2 yards on the pickup.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Complete to number 17. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Cowboys' 27.
2nd and 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Micah Parsons. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw there caught by Gallup.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carroll. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Corral yet again going to throw it.
Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Third down, Corral.
He finds his man complete. That's Carroll.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Well, we get our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. Next, we head out to check out another game. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, terrific in the victory as his guys move their record to 9-4 on the year. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Lions trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for our home team, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way he try and get his confidence back up.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe his quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
This will be a 34-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just looking the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. From the 36, Corral. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Corral. And this one too low.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Carroll. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, Corral.
Over the middle, complete. It's Carroll. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the BlackKnights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
On first down, it's Corral.
And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Corral, another throw on second down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carroll. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Corral looking to throw it.
He finds his man complete. That's Carroll. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worse with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2nd and 9 now. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shake it up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Again, he'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Corral. And he comes back with one complete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Corral.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Corral.
Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
And Corral will throw it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the BlackKnights look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Looking to throw again on second down. Corral trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now Corral on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Caught here by Conley. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the BlackKnights look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. McPherson on for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Back to throw, Corral.
Steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
4th down, here's Corral.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down, here's Corral with it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll. The first down screen pass, good for 5. From the 44, Corral. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
To the air again, here's Corral.
He finds his man, complete. It's Carroll. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
On first down, Corral.
He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Corral. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Delay of game, offense.
flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the home team here, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.